What's happening, everybody? Here we are, another Thursday night on the grind. Man, can you people believe it has been 6.5 years, 6 years and 8 months that we've been doing this show? Man, a whole lot of stuff has changed over the last 6 years. I'm very grateful that you guys have stuck around and watched this show, watch everything that's happened and how it's come along this whole way. I appreciate you guys watching. But let me go on and get to my sponsors, my advertisers for the night. Hold on. First up tonight is our good friends at Hell Speed Shop, hellspeedshop.com. You need good flannel t-shirts, you need good stuff, hats, and just it's a cool company to purchase from. Good mom and pop company, great people. Jenna and Nathan Hell, awesome people. You need really great flannel shirts. You got to go check out hellspeedshop.com. Check them out on the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. They're everywhere. But anyway, get over there, check them out. And what is happening with my screen? Anyway, go do them. Check them out. hellspeedshop.com. Why is this not scrolling? What is turned off? Next up, our good friends over at Urban Rides Magazine, urbanridesmagazine.com. He said, I'm too early. Urbanridesmagazine.com. You need to check out awesome magazine, best in the industry. Daniel Roby, Jason Silman, the guys, they all go to all the major rallies around the country, hosting bike shows, doing audio shows, great pictorials, all kinds of cool stuff. Go check out their sister publication at Street Bagger Magazine also. Check them out at urbanridesmagazine.com. Next up, my good buddy Earl at Hopkins-Design. You need a website, point blank the end. You need print, logos, photos, videos, mail outs. You need magazine articles. It doesn't matter what you need. When you need any of that, you go to Earl at hopkins-design.com. Man, I'm trying to figure this out. Next up, Legacy Bike Works right here in Manville, Texas. Legacy Bike Works. Full builds, audio, baggers, big wheel baggers, choppers, bobbers, Softails, doesn't matter. You need it. We got it right here in Manville, Texas. Come check us out on Facebook or Instagram at Legacy Bike Works on both. I am having a hard time tonight because this page is not scrolling and it's irritating me. Next up, our good friends over at Thunder Roads Magazine, Indiana, Illinois, Thunder Roads Magazine. Great publication if you're up in that area. They've got great calendars in there, let you know what all's going on, the bike nights, the different things, the different shops, different stuff going on. You got to check them out. Any of your bike shops, any of your stuff over in Illinois or Indiana, they've got what you need. Go check them out. Indiana, Illinois, Thunder Roads Magazine. Oh, goodness. Next up, American Drag Seats, AmericanDragSeats.com. You need a custom motorcycle seat, we got you covered. Literally, we do covers, we do foam, we do pans, anything, everything from mild to wild. You got stock seats, we recover them. Integrated airbag systems. You have a Harley and you need a better seat, call me. I have better seats. Any year, make, and model, we got you covered. AmericanDragSeats.com. American Drag Seats on Facebook. American Drag Seats Instagram, TikTok. We're everywhere. Checks out AmericanDragSeats.com. And last but not least, our good friend Jad at Jade Affiliated. Easy. You need custom wheels for your motorcycles, jadeaf.com. Jade Affiliated on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere. Custom Harley wheels. You need them. Go to jadeaf.com and get hooked up. So What is happening, everybody? Another Thursday night on the grind, man. Here to hear me just talk about shit that I probably don't have any business talking about. But I love this industry. I love talking about this industry. I love, connecting people, getting people hooked up together. You need chrome, you need wheels, you need, paint, you need seats, you need whatever you need in this industry. I know someone that does it. What I'd like to discuss tonight, in part, I'm going to wait and talk about that shit show of a debate we had the other night. But before we get into that, I would like to discuss some of the goings on in this industry, man, that are just, I don't understand stuff. And it's always the topic of the show. You're always talking about these different shops, talking shit about these different shops and all this stuff. I've gotten to the point where it is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous that, shops, people posting things on Facebook, people saying this, saying that, saying the other. And it's always about how somebody's better than somebody else. Okay. Can religion be next? Absolutely, Tim. But what I don't get, and I'm going to say this all day long, everybody in this industry has problems. Everybody in this industry fights demons. Everybody in this industry has, struggled from time to time. Dudes, help a brother out. Help anybody out. Yeah, talk politics. Always great for bringing people together for friendly conversation. The political set is just as bad as the motorcycle industry, in my opinion. You've got these camps. I love it when they call themselves, we got a camp. Some things just make me laugh when I think about it. Here's what I wish. I wish every motorcycle shop out there, I wish every seat builder out there, I wish every painter out there, I wish every chrome plater out there, I wish everybody that had something to do with this industry actually supported the industry instead of being these money hungry, I'm better than you, in my opinion, pieces of crap. That's what they are. You can take the biggest shop in the world. You can take them, the biggest shop, and they get on Facebook and they run their mouths. And I guarantee you, if they're so focused on putting other shops down, they're not focused on their own business. Okay. If you can't support the other people, I wish you would turn off that noisy ass phone. Let me see if I can't turn off my noisy ass phone. Oh, can't. My fingerprint doesn't match. Anyway, I hate it when a shop, so let's start at ground zero. A guy buys a motorcycle, decides he likes it, decides he wants to start modifying it. Cool. He does good. Then let's say he wants to, start really customizing his bike. So he buys a welder and he buys a tubing bender and a notcher, and he's wanting to learn how to weld, so he learns how to weld, then he learns how to build a frame, and then he's like, well, cool, I want to build my own fenders, my own gas tank, so he buys an English wheel, plenishing hammer, shrinker stretcher, bead roller, all those metalworking tools. So he spends all these years getting to the point to where he's getting good at what he does. So then his buddies, people at bike nights, anywhere you go, they start seeing what he's got, and he does good. And he's on what you call the come up. He's paying his dues, he's doing his thing, and then all of a sudden it gets good to him and he opens a shop. Up until the time that he opened the shop, everybody loved him. Everybody thought the dude was amazing and everybody was supportive. Yeah, dude, you should open a shop, man. You should definitely open a shop. So the guy goes into his life savings, pulls out some money, goes and rents him a little 1,500 square foot shop in a business district somewhere. And now he's a legitimate business. So he gets his account set up with Drag Specialties, Karaoke, J&P Cycles, Midwest, whoever he sets himself up with. Boom. Right when he does that, now he's a legitimate business. Now all of a sudden, he's got people, oh man, your prices are too high. Why? Why are your prices too high? That blows my flipping mind. So he gets some customers. Customers start coming. They like what he's doing, but there's not enough custom work. So he starts offering the oil changes and the tires and the custom handlebar swap outs. And he's starting to do good. Then he gets a customer that comes in there, gets $2,000, $3,000 worth of work done, takes his bike home, and then just starts beating the guy up on social media. Oh, he's a piece of shit. Oh my God, this guy's horrible. He's the worst one in the world. Oh my God, I'm suing him, blah, 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 blah. And it all started because some dude wanted to go ride a motorcycle and wanted to customize it himself. And then he gets to a certain level, and then all of a sudden people hate him. All of a sudden, customers are wanting to sue him. And why? Why is it? Because the dude didn't have the passion, didn't have the talent, didn't have the whatever it is. Then you got to throw in the election years. Every 4 years, man, the economy shuts down. Nobody's spending money. It's hard as shit. And then you throw on top of all the people that he's competing against across the country that hate on this guy because he does his own thing. He's different. He's whatever. He does audio instead of, this, that, or the other. He wants to do big wheel baggers instead of building choppers or bobbers, or the vice versa. He builds bobbers and he doesn't want to do all the fiberglass work and doesn't want to do all the stereo work. I don't understand how in the hell this industry has gotten so volatile and so screwed up. I mean, let me let you people in on a little secret. I advertise 2 magazines. If I have a problem with the advertisement, the swap out, the payoff, I don't say anything on social media. I don't call out Thunder Roads Magazine, or I don't call out Urban Rides Magazine because I feel like they're doing me wrong or not giving me what, I feel like I'm giving them. I keep all that stuff on the down low. I keep it to myself. I reach out to them. I work something out. If you ever see, Thunder Roads not advertising on my show, it's because we're at the end of the relationship, but I won't have anything bad to say about them. If you ever hear, that I'm not advertising, Urban Rides Magazine, it's not because I don't support them, I don't like them. We didn't come up to a mutual agreement for each other. It wasn't beneficial for the both of us. That's the part that really tears me up about not only the motorcycle industry, but the whole goddamn country. The whole country is like this. It's a bunch of people that at some point in life decided, I want to do this or I want to do that. And everybody was on board with them. Everybody wanted to help them. Everybody wanted to support them until they got professional, till they went professional. Then all of a sudden, once you're a professional, oh my God, your prices are too high. Oh my God, I can get my friend down the street to do it for this. Why? Why would you do that? I remember having a conversation about 8 months ago, 9 months ago, about how guys like me and Devin are garage jockeys. We make no qualms about it. We work out of my house, but my downstairs shop's 1,250 square feet. If I wanted to go rent a place that was 1,250 square feet, it's going to cost me $1,500 a month just to have a separate building somewhere else, be away from the family even more. But this person got, they voiced their opinion to the point that it was just like, man, I've had shops in the past. I've owned a car wash. I've owned a stereo shop. I've owned a detail shop. I've done work at dealerships, set up shop inside of dealerships. I've had the brick and mortar. And here's the difference. The brick and mortar is an expense that you have to pay just to play, just so you can say, hey, I'm a real shop. Well, guess what? I'm a real shop. We are a real shop that does custom motorcycle seats. We do custom, welding and fabrication and, custom fiberglass work, custom audio. We do all of those same things, except I don't have a shop that I'm paying $1,500, $2,500, $3,500 a month for. Because in our economy nowadays, ever since COVID happened, let me get real with you guys for a second. Ever since COVID happened, major corporations aren't even having their employees work from the big corporate buildings. They're paying them to work out of their houses. It makes more financial sense not to have the flipping overhead. But then you get people in the motorcycle industry that just want to talk smack about the guys working out of their garages. And here's what I got to say. I hope everybody does good financially in this industry, in this country. I hope everybody does good. I keep telling you guys, man, I have a very special show coming up one day. I can't tell you the day. It could be, next week, or it could be a year from now when I have this show, but I will put it out there and let you guys, let everybody know what has happened in the last 9 months of my life. And then you'll all understand why I keep preaching. Man, help the other shops out. Spread the word. There is enough work. I promise you. When you build up a reputation of being a shop that's supportive of the industry, other builders, other shops, you will see it will come back on you tenfold, 100-fold. Because I know shops out there right now that practice exactly what I preach. And those are actually the shops that are actually doing the best. They're the ones that are not afraid to say, hey, look, I'm here. I'm busy. It's going to be a couple weeks before I can get to you. But hey, my buddy owns a shop down the street here or in the next town over. Man, you can go to him. He's good also. When you start working with your competition, when you start working with people, everything smooths out. Everything gets better. The reason it gets better is because if you're focusing on yourself, all of your intentions, all of your efforts, and everything you do are into your business. When you focus on bashing other businesses and other people, you are losing a percentage of your focus on something that's not productive. It's not productive. Okay. I am doing something right now to be productive. It's not paying off yet, but it's to be productive. If I can be productive, I know the money will follow. I know it will be here one day. Not today. I mean, today I'm having a hard time paying my mortgage, but it's coming. I know it's coming. I just wish I could set a couple of these builders. I wish I could have a round table with the top 30 builders in the country and set them down and say, hey, what are you guys doing? Why are y'all doing this? You're all running this industry. You're the biggest names in the industry, and you spend 90% of your time bashing other people. I could talk about a whole lot of issues and a whole lot of individuals and a whole lot of finger pointing because I'm very privy to a lot of shit going on in this industry that I do not talk about because it's not productive for the industry. But I will tell you this, man, if I ever wrote a fucking book, you can't name a shop that wouldn't be named in my book, because every single shop has got good and bad. They've had good happen to them and they've had bad happen to them. But I know there's a couple of shops out there that stick to the golden rule. They don't talk bad about other shops, other builders, other painters, other blah, blah, blah. They don't talk bad about them. They simply just don't talk about them. They focus on what they're doing. They focus on making sure that their customers are happy, that their customers are taken care of. And whenever a shop or an individual like myself reaches out to them and talks to them, they take the time to talk to me, because I'm going to pass information to people. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it all flipping day long. I'm going to do it the rest of my life. I'm always going to be the guy willing to help another shop. I'm always going to be the guy, hey, look, if you need some help welding, I'll help you learn how to weld. You need some help learning how to do a motorcycle seat? Hey, I do motorcycle seats, but if you don't want to use me, I'll show you how to fucking do them. You know, because there's going to come a day when you're not going to be here anymore. All you're going to have is what you left behind, the legacy that you left behind. And let me tell you people right now, when I'm laying in that box and everybody or anybody that wants to come to my funeral is there, I want so many people there, because they were like, I met that dude. That dude helped me out. That dude did this for me. That dude did. This guy, man, didn't have to do this, but he did this. I want to impact people in a positive way. And a lot of people, even some of my friends, don't understand that about me. They don't understand why I am the way that I am. I can guarantee every one of you people watching that are still here watching with me on whatever page you're watching me from, I guarantee you, if I made a post, say one good thing about me and one bad thing about me, you'd probably have some jokesters going on in there, but I guarantee you the majority of people would only have good things to say about me. But I'm not perfect and I'm not flawless. So there would be some bad stuff about me. Hey, guess what? I'm a human being. And even the people that would have bad stuff to say about me, I would still be willing to help them if they reached out to me needing help, because that's who I am. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to accomplish. I want to touch people in a positive way in my lifetime, not a negative way. I want to influence people in a positive way and not a negative way. That's why a couple months back, March, April, May, when I quit doing the show and I just took a break, it was because I was in such a dark place that I brought nothing good to this show. I brought nothing good to the people, the viewers, and nothing. And I had to separate myself from it to get my head unit back where it needed to be, and everybody goes through it. I'm not special. I'm not a victim, but I went through some stuff, and one day I will tell you guys what I went through, but for right now, just trust me, I went through some stuff and I had to get my headspace back. I had to get it back where it needed to be. And I'm getting there. I'm not 100% back yet, but I am definitely getting there. But it breaks my heart when I see posts made on Facebook, TikToks made, Instagram posts made, Twitter posts made, and it's obviously somebody saying, look how good I am in spite of all the shitty shops out there. It's unnecessary. If you have to tell people how good you're doing, I don't think you're doing all that good then, because you're having to tell people you're doing good. Just like I don't think you're doing good if you got to put somebody else's shop down to prove how much better you are. If I can't get by on my own merits, if people don't want to use me because I'm too expensive, if I can't do what I do off my own coattails, I damn sure don't want to step on other people to get where I want to be. I just don't want to be that human being. I've been around this industry literally since 2001. That's when I was first introduced to the chopper scene, when I first got in on all this stuff. It's not a long time, but it definitely is. It's 23 years of me being in this industry. I'll never forget, man, when I first saw American Chopper in 2004. They started in 2003, but when I first saw them in early 2004, I was just blown away that they were showing that there was a TV show showing people build motorcycles. They weren't just taking a stock Harley Street Glide and putting some fiberglass parts on it. They were building motorcycles. Sometimes they'd build the frames, sometimes they'd modify the frames, and sometimes they would use a chopper frame that was pre-built. But they were building everything and they were doing it. And it was badass. And it just was like amazing to see that. Then you had Boyd Coddington with American Hot Rod, I think is what they called the show. And they were showing how cars did it. Now, that show didn't make it quite as long as, American Chopper has made it, but it was still a great show because you got to see behind the scenes of these guys building these amazing hot rods. There's so much history behind what they were doing and the people that they knew. Like, I had no clue Jesse James worked for Boyd Coddington. I didn't know that, but I know it now. I didn't know a lot of the history, but I had to become a part of it. I had to start somewhere so that I could start at that point, learn some of the history, and then go back forward and then start doing cool stuff. Thankfully, the industry is more than just shops as a backyard builder. I'd never open a shop, but I do intend on be a part of the industry. Tim, you're already a part of the industry. I've been telling you that for the last 2.5 years. You're part of the industry. If people knew what you built and people knew what you've done, you've got one of the sickest bikes of all time. I wish I could afford to buy that bike from you because I would buy that bike from you. I love that bike. So don't discount yourself too much. I talk to Brian Barber all the time, and I've told him I'm about to be 55 literally in like 2 weeks. I started this whole motorcycle thing way, way, way too late in life. I should have started this stuff in my early 20s, even in my teens. I love motorcycles. I love building. I love welding. I love fabricating. I love seeing what I can do with my own two hands. As you guys know, I didn't build a chopper. I rebuilt a chopper. Then I built my first bagger, in 2013. Then I built the Rockstar in 2018, and you guys got to see me build it. Y'all watched me do it. So I build bikes. I don't have all the answers in the world. I need help with stuff. I need people that have been doing it longer than me to help me get out of jams when I can't figure something out. But that doesn't mean I'm not a bike builder. Things are coming. Things are happening. We're doing things. Devin and I are doing things so that maybe next year in Galveston, a year from now, we'll have something really, really freaking cool to unveil, or maybe even Sturgis next year. But my whole premise for this show tonight is I wish there was a way I could get the biker build-offs going again. I'm too afraid, to be real honest with you people. I'm just too afraid of builders because they never follow through with what they say they're going to do. If COVID hadn't happened, I probably would have stopped doing the biker build-offs anyway, because it's, when you get shops that are competing, and they're doing this and they're doing that, and you've got rules in place, and then it doesn't happen to the rules, to the way it's supposed to happen, it makes me look bad. And I don't like chasing people. I want people that want to do it. I want people that want to compete, healthy competition, not beating everybody up, cussing each other out, saying how much better you are than they are and how what a piece of shit they are. I don't want that. And I could give you names of people that did that, and you don't even hear from them anymore. They're not. I don't know what they're doing, but they're not in this circle. And I still don't wish them ill will, but I like being distanced from them because they're not bringing anything positive to my table. And I want people bringing positive stuff to my table. History. $59 and you could win it. Laugh out loud. $59. I promise you, if I get a paycheck in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I will buy one for $59. I will do that. And they cause your brother to get on YouTube and make angry videos. No, that's just awesome. That's just awesome stuff. Yeah, for you guys that don't know it, OKR Metric, that's Oklahoma Riders. Metric, that's my brother Mike. And yeah, he got real shitty with that one builder in Sturgis. God, I loved it. It was great. But here and again, I've been seeing some posts as of late When I say as of late, I mean in the last 24 hours, that I don't like, I don't understand, I don't get it. Um, I wish, I wish I could get the grind back to Daytona, Sturgis, Arizona Bike Week, Galveston, things like that, because this show right here has a lot more to offer than what it's been giving. You know, I would have thought it would have been easy to find sponsors that wanted to do a national biker build off, but fuck, you can't find any of these sponsors. You can't find anybody that wants to buy in on this, and it would be the biggest biker build off in history. What I'm wanting to do, but you can't find them. You can't find the people that want to do it. Just like the one-on-one biker build offs. I would love to do that again. If I could find two shops or two builders, two garage jockeys that would put in the work in the 90 days that's given. 90 days, it's 3 months. It's really hard to build a bike in 90 days unless you're starting with a bike that's already built. I know that because I started with a bare frame. I didn't even have the wheels. I just had a frame. I had to get the front end. I had to get the wheels. I had to get the motor, the transmission, the primary. I did a whole gas tank myself. I mean, I had to get everything. It was just basically a bicycle frame is what it started out as. My good buddy Brad Rule at the Wrench in Florida, God rest his soul, he passed in 2009. He had originally built this bike and it was a chopper, and then we cut it down and made it a Pro Street. And I've had people offer me money for that bike, and I will never sell that bike. But the fact of the matter is you can go back to the shows, you can go back to the videos, you can go back and you can watch me build that bike. I started August 1st of 2018. You go back in my videos, go back there, you can find them. The whole thing is just very, very, very simple to me. I just wish people were nicer. I wish people were nicer in our country. I wish people would stop being left and right and being Republican and Democrat or conservative and liberal. I wish people would stop and just realize we're a nation, where we are a group of people that need to band together and fix our country, make this place the land of the free, make it better instead of, everybody, like Trump said, they're eating cats in Ohio. And whether it's true or whether it's false, I don't think he would make it up. But the reality is there's videos out there of it. And yes, there's Haitians, there's people, somebody posted a video of a lady and she was obviously on drugs, and somebody said, oh, well, that person was on drugs. Well, wouldn't you have to be on drugs to eat a cat if you're in America? I mean, wouldn't you have to be? I mean, if you were in another part of the world, that might be acceptable. But here, it's not acceptable. It's stupid. And now Trump is the outcast because he made a comment about them eating cats in Springfield, Ohio. And it just blows my mind. And no offense, even the hate on the Republican side, which I'm a conservative and admit it now, but even the hate, just the fucking flat out hate that goes with, Kamala. Yes, I do not think the lady should be running our country. Yes, I think she's a liar. Yes, she did some stuff in her past that I wouldn't have done, but I'm not going to be mean and hateful. That's one thing about the debate the other night, was that it was a simple question. Do you think we're better now than we were 4 years ago? That's all the question was. That's a question, straightforward, yes or no. It never got answered. Funny thing is, Trump didn't answer it either. He never said, and when you get into these online debates on Facebook about, oh my God, Trump kicked Kamala's ass, and this, that, and the other. No, I don't think so. Hey, $20 is $20. That's fucking hilarious. That's funny, Mike. But my whole point is that you would think in a debate for the highest position in our country that somebody would be like, "Hey, look, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I want to do better. I want to make better." One thing that made me proud, that actually impressed me about Trump, because he's said a lot of things over the years that you're just like, man, why did he say that? Why did he even have to bring it up? But he said something the other night, you know, the I don't know what the lady's name was that was asking the questions, but she was like, you know, 4 years ago you opposed Obamacare, but now you're for it. And his response was perfect. And if you don't think his response was perfect, you're an idiot. There, I just said it. But his response is yeah, back then it's bad. It's still bad today, but it's all we've got. So until I can come up with something better, why would I take what's there out of place? It would affect a lot of people. Yes, it's a broken system, but I'm going to leave it there until I can do better. Isn't that what you want to hear from somebody? Is, hey, I'm going to leave it there until I can do better. No offense, that was a perfect, awesome answer. Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, that was a good answer. What I don't get, and I'm going to say this too, is because I love it when the celebrities, you know, are bashing Trump. They hate him, this, that, and the other, and they want to put Kamala in. That's their choice. But they don't live in a reality either. They are celebrities with expendable amounts of income. So they're not worried about how much a gallon of gas costs because they've got millions in the bank. They're not worried about buying a new house. They already live in a mansion. You know, they're not worried about what the cost of a loaf of bread is because they can buy the grocery store if they want to. But they're not in reality with the average everyday person. And I'm going to show you guys something real quick, just to push my agenda forward. Here's my cell phone right here. I'm going to go to Google and watch. Let me figure out if I can do it right. I'll just turn it. What is the average income of a single person in America? Can y'all read it? The median annual income for full-time workers in the United States in 2022 was $60,070, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. $60,000 a year. Okay? That means the average income, that's the average across the country, is $1,139 a week. A week. If I go see a rock and roll band and I have to pay $300 for 2 seats, not perfect seats, $300. There's anywhere between 20 and 40,000 people at some of these venues for these rock shows. I'm paying $400, just me and my wife, to go see Poison, Motley Crue, Journey, whomever. Do you think those guys make an average income in a year? They make, in one night of playing, one night, which most rock concerts are typically an hour and a half to 2 hours long. Each member of that band, we'll use Poison as an example because they're a four-piece band. Do you know how much money each individual makes in one single night of playing music for an hour and a half to 2 hours of their time? It is more money than you will make in a year. In a year. And do you think they give two shits about who's in office? They don't care if gas is $5 a gallon. They don't care if you can't afford your house anymore because the interest rates, if you were on a variable or an ARM interest rate, adjustable rate mortgage, they don't care. They live in mansions in Beverly Hills or wherever they live. To me, I would never listen to a fucking rock star about who they're going to choose to be president. I wouldn't do it because they're not in touch with reality. One musician I would listen to is Ted Nugent. The reason I would listen to Ted Nugent is because Ted Nugent's never done drugs. He doesn't drink. I think he just now, via Joe Rogan, just now tried what is it, a gummy bear, whatever they're called, for arthritis. But he knows how to live off the land. He knows so much about what is and what needs to be done just to survive. Not going to McDonald's, not going to a regular grocery store. He knows what he's doing. But when you get some rock star that's piping off, running their mouth about, oh my God, Trump this, Trump that, they suck, blah, 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 I'm never going to listen to that person. I'm never going to do it because they're not in touch with reality. Reality is that mother and father, where both parents are having to fucking work a full-time job. By the way, full-time is no longer 40 hours. No longer. A full-time job is no longer 40 hours. That's considered a full-time job. But you take most of the guys in the chemical plants where I work, those guys are working, anywhere from 20 to 60 hours or 20 to 40 hours of overtime every week to make sure ends meet, to make sure the bills are paid, to make sure this, that, and the other. Most of your mothers, if they're single mothers, they're having to get 2 jobs just to rent an apartment. Just to rent an apartment. I don't think rock stars have to work a tenth, 1/10, 4 hours. Yes, I'm so glad I grew up listening to your music. That's awesome. I look at you guys as rock stars, but I'm never going to listen to you when you bash Trump because you don't know what you're talking about because you're not in the same boat as the majority of America is. Now that's me getting on my high horse because I have a situation I'm in with a rock star that if you took the politics out, me and this rock star would probably be best fucking friends. But that rock star doesn't do what they say they're going to do, will look you dead in your eye and lie to you. And it's all because they don't have the guts. They don't even have the guts to just be honest. No, man, I'm not going to do that. No, it's okay. You give them a hat in their colors, the colors they love. Oh, man, that's such a cool hat. Man, yeah, I'm going to wear that. But yet in 5 years, you've never seen them wear it. Nothing. And I just think that I like the rock stars that I know because I don't listen to their politics. That's not why I listen. I grew up, listening to their music because it's the music of my generation and I love it and I leave it right there. I leave that alone. I don't mix my rock stars, my Motley Crues, my Warrants, my Poisons, my Rats. I don't mix any of that shit with politics. I don't do that because I don't want their opinion on that, just like they shouldn't want my opinion on it. So it's not bashing them. It's just saying it's an uneven playing field, you know. Anyway, that's just me on my high horse about the debate because I've gotten to see so much negativity over the last couple of days because of the debate. And I do think it's funny. Jay Ford, I'm going to call you out. Jay Ford, I don't know if he hates Trump or he just loves Kamala, but he is definitely 100% pro Kamala. 100%, which I don't understand. I don't get it, but that's his thing, man. So I'm not following his politics. I'm following him as a friend. You know, he's doing his own thing. I'm doing my own thing. And that's what you're supposed to do all the way across the board, A to Z, top to bottom. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to get shitty with people because they don't, their thought processes don't align with yours. You know, it's almost like the vampire theory is what I call it. I'm a vampire to a lot of people. I'm only going to take from you what I need. All your other bullshit, I'm just whatever. I don't need that. I only need the positive from you. So I'm going to ignore your negative. I'm going to ignore your bullshit. If you get to the point that you're draining the life out of me, I'm going to end the friendship. I'm just going to end it. And it's not because I hate you, but you don't serve a positive purpose in my life. End of story. Yeah, that's true. Please, thank you, Uncle Bruno. You know, it almost sounds like I'm trying to get on my high horse with this shit, but I'm not. I'm actually just discussing it because I sit here every single day and I see a lot of people post a lot of shit on Facebook, and sometimes I comment, sometimes I don't. But when your news feed is full of liberals hating Republicans or conservatives, and full of conservatives hating on liberals, I just blow through that shit. I don't have time for it. I don't have time for the hate on either side. You know, I am a conservative. I am pro-Trump. Let's be real clear about that. But I don't hate you at all, not one iota, if you support Kamala and you hate Trump. That's your business, not mine. And I would hope that as an adult that you would be the same way. That you would be the same way because I like vanilla, you like chocolate. I like strawberry, you like Neapolitan. Okay, big deal. Jeremy Allison, what's happening? Sad part, people won't do own research and will believe all these famous people that have an agenda behind what they are pushing. You know, it's funny you say that because I saw a thing earlier today about Taylor Swift. If you're using Taylor Swift as a benchmark for your political stance, remember this. She's a billionaire. If she never worked another day in her life and went on a perpetual, continual shopping spree, she would still have way more money than you're ever going to have. That's why you let people stay in their lane and you enjoy them for what they bring to the table. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. I don't think I don't even know that I've even heard one of her songs. Possibly have. I don't know. I am a true all the way through 80s hair metal. That's my stuff. That's what's on my iPod. That's what's I listen to Hair Nation. I mean, that's my business. That's my stuff. You know, and at almost 55 years of age, there are a handful of them that I grew up listening to that they're my friends. They're my acquaintances. They're people I can call and talk to. And I love them for that. And I hope they love me for me, you know. but I'm not about to push my agenda on them, and I don't want them pushing it on me. I just want you all to understand, in the motorcycle world, in the real world, in the automotive world, in the whatever world you live in, you got to remember, man, that old phrase your mama used to say, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, then just don't say anything. You know, there was another saying that I heard a long time ago. It's one thing to be an idiot, and it's a whole other thing to open your mouth and prove it. You can be an idiot, but when you open your mouth and you prove it, there you go. I mean, does Swifty have music on the classic Rewind on XM? I don't effing think so. That's right, Uncle Bruno. I listen to that channel too. But anyway, my whole point, man, is that I've just, over the last 24 hours, I've seen so much bullshit from bike shop to bike shop, and these catty posts and bullshit. Stop it, people. You're grown. You're doing good for you. You don't need to put other people down. You don't need to put other shops down to prove how much better or superior you are. Your work should speak for itself. Your accomplishments should speak for themselves. Stop it. Grow up. Stay in your lane, and may only good things happen to you. If you have the opportunity to help somebody else, help them too. Help them. It costs that much. Zero. It costs that much to be nice. That's right, Mike. But anyway, that's another rant for another day. But anyway, I would hope that everybody would spread that message, spread this, share this video. This is a good one. Share it everywhere: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Share it wherever you can share it. Put it out there. But anyway, you guys go have a killer night, a great weekend, and we'll see you all next week.